Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's your girl Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the weekly general collective reading. This is for all signs and it's not specific to any zodiac sign. It's just a check on the energy for the week. So as always, you guys know, take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that the energy can be vice versa or interchangeable. And, you know, it may have something to do with you, someone you're energetically connected to, or, you know, it could just be the energy that is around. So know that time is fluid as well as the energy. So this could be something you've already went through, something you may presently be going through, or something that may be to come for you in the future. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump in. I'm starting out with the Empowering Questions deck. And let's see what empowering question is, you know, needed for the collective as it pertains to the energy for the week. Let's see. What empowering question do we need for the collective? What empowering question do we need for the collective? Let me do one more. So the bottom of the deck says, what is my worst fear? How does it limit my possibilities in life? And this is something that I was feeling as I'm shuffling. And, you know, fear comes through as throat chakra energy for some because, you know, it pertains to, you know, living your truth, speaking your truth, being authentic. It comes by way of, you know, I don't want to say it comes by way of communication, but we have to speak, you know, our truth in order to be it. And if you're unable to speak it, you know, due to fear or, you know, judgment, I'm getting as well. You know, some of you, you know, being your true self is, you know, what's your worst fear? The feeling of being exposed or unwanted is, you know, a fear of being alone, which is, I think, something that we all need to, you know, we all have to overcome within ourselves in order to be the most truest, authentic version of ourselves. You know, and how does it limit your possibilities in life? You know, for some of you, you may be finding like, you know, like it's bringing me to, you know, how like it said that your biggest fear is normally like the key to, you know, like facing that fear. It's overcoming it. It's a false perception. It's something that you've cultivated within yourself so that, you know, like to almost rationalize why you can't have something or why you're not doing something. You know, like a lot of messages are coming off of that. I'm going to take that. Because for some of you, that may be what you're asking yourself. Like, what is my worst fear? And you could, like, for something as simple as stage fright. Some of you may have stage fright because you feel like, you know, there will be a lot of people looking at you. You don't want to be made a fool of. I know for me, stage fright was a big thing for me. And, you know, as I started my spiritual journey, I was like, I do not want to be on camera. I don't want to do this. But I had to come out of my comfort zone. And it's not because I had anything to hide. I just don't like, I'm a person that doesn't like attention. I don't like the feeling of all eyes being on me. And it was one of my worst fears. I hated being on stage. Even, it goes back to when I was in school, going to like award ceremony and having to go up and present or, accept your award. Even, it's like your moving up diploma or your certificate or whatever it is. I used to have like anxiety around that because I hated that. Like, just give me my award, like send it to me in the mail or whatever. But, I see like, I need to accept when I'm being recognized, be okay with coming on here and doing what I'm doing, because that was one of my worst fears. Like, I don't know who's going to come across these, videos or what they're going to think. Not that I, cared, but it was just the energy of like, why? And I pleaded with, God and my spirit guides, like, and they're like, no, you can do it. And even as I sit here right now, I'm more confident. It wasn't that I was lacking confidence. It was just the fact that I just am not a person that likes attention. I am someone who is like, I like seclusion. I like being by myself. I like that. So I had to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I feel like that is what may be coming up for some of you. The fear of having to step out of your comfort zone. And it does limit you. It limits you from experience. It limits you from people, places, things. Like, it does limit you. So I feel like that is something that may be coming up for, a part of the collective, not all of you. And I almost said connective, but it's how you connect. Like, connect with the people, places, and things that you're meant to connect with. If you never step out of your comfort zone, you don't give yourself the room to grow or expand. Yeah, and then it says, what does happiness mean to me? So with that coming out, it makes me feel like some of you are afraid of like being happy. And I think that comes from, for some of you, it feels like it comes from a place of how can I word this? Like wanting, like if you're happy or if you're too happy, it can be taken away from you. Or happiness is like an illusion. But it's not. Happiness is a mindset, in my opinion. It's a conscious choice that you make that comes from, being who you are. You have to choose to be happy. No matter, like even if bad things happen, that doesn't like dictate whether you're happy or not. It's if you know that you're happy, you have to be able to like almost take the good with the bad. In whatever form that may come. So some of you may be questioning, like, what does happiness mean to you because you're afraid of it? Some of you may be needing to ask this question because you're afraid of it. Give me 1 second, guys. Pardon me. But yeah, so let's see. And I knew there was a reason why I was drawn to use the wild unknown archetypes today, because it's basically a deck that distinguishes and describes the different personality types, the different masks that we wear, you know, as it pertains to who we are. So let's see. We're going to get an overall energy from this deck. So what messages do we need for the collective as it pertains to the energy for this week? What messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, and understanding do we need as it pertains to the energy surrounding the collective for this week? So the bottom of the deck, we have the Eternal Child, which speaks to, you know, all of us. We are all eternal children. We all have, you know, our inner child, especially as we, you know, get older and adults. Some people, you know, shut down or like push down their inner child, because for some of you, what I'm getting is like, you know, childhood traumas, things that you may have went through as a child that, you know, may have caused you to like dim your light, to almost like in a way detach from that. But with the Eternal Child being at the bottom, it's like this is actually like the energy that you feed. It's the eternal inner child that gives us the spark of life, of creativity, of joy, of happiness. Just think of like, you know, like I always say, like children, they are so pure-hearted and full of joy and, you know, curious, and it almost makes me feel like whatever may have happened to you in childhood, it caused you to like almost detach from this inner child energy. And there's a difference between being childlike and childish. I can tell you one for me, like I am a big ass kid at heart. I like to have fun. I'm like, I feel like there's a time and a place for everything. But inside of me, like my inner child, I make sure I feed that, because that's what keeps me going. And there's a quote that I'm getting that says, the creative adult is, you know, the child that survived. Some of you in childhood may have, you know, had a rough childhood, and it's not to, you know, downplay that or, you know, say that it wasn't, you know, something that may have even happened traumatically in your childhood. But it's almost like that energy, you need to learn how to tap back into it, of your inner child, of being like that happy, carefree energy. There's a way that you can still harness that as an adult without being childish, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm feeling. And it is in regards to, with the ocean behind that, it's something emotional. Maybe there's some emotional traumas that, you're still holding on to that's blocking all of this light from, shining through. Or some of you, you may be working through these emotions, like if you weren't able to express yourself, or if you've had to, like, I just keep getting the image of, like, how, what's those things called? A Jack in the Box. How, you wind it up, and it pops out. Like, nobody knows when it's going to pop out. But, when you have to go back and stuff it back into the box. That's what I feel like some of you guys are doing, to yourself. You're trying to keep that inner child contained, and the cards are like, no, that's the energy, that's that water that needs to flow through you. So let me get an overall energy for the collective as it pertains to the energy for this week. That's a big one, and this one too. Right. So we have out the Temple, which, as soon as it came out, I heard the body. Like they say, your body is your temple. And then we have Gnosis, which I don't think I've ever had this card come out before. So I may read this one for you guys, but just intuitively I feel like spirit is trying to get you to tap into, like, literally, because I see this as, spirit, they're trying to get you to tap into that emotional body, your body. Especially with the Temple, it makes me feel like you almost being in this energy of fear or anxiety is actually affecting your body. But by you tapping into this energy here, it's like it's going to like raise your vibration, tapping into that childlike energy. It almost feels like a rejuvenation energy, and these are the colors of each of the chakras as rising. This starts with the root chakra, solar, sacral, heart, throat, crown, third eye and crown. It's all of those colors here. For some of you, it is that, it almost gives me the energy of like the phoenix rising, or like ascension, and getting you into alignment inside, internally, and then it comes out externally. What's at the bottom? Yeah, the mountain. Yeah, that's gonna, it's like some of you are having a breakthrough with this mountain energy. It's almost like a spiritual breakthrough, breaking you through this fear. Because look at what's on the other side of the mountain. The colors, look at this. But I feel like, some of you, it may feel like, it's giving me that energy of like being in the fire, and some of you guys are about to come out of that, like almost renewed, is what I'm feeling. But I said I was going to read this Gnosis card, because I've never had it come out. So let me see what page it's on. Yeah, it's one of the initiation cards, because they have the selves, the places, the tools, and this is an initiation card, Gnosis. So let's see what that is. This has definitely piqued my curiosity. Hey. All right. So it says gnosis, the innermost truth or innermost knowing and mystic truth. Truths. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures in scholarly books on library shelves. Rather, gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. Those who are drawn to gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, and likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. Knowing is their calling. Not knowing is their job description. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip toward mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of gnosis. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way available to you. And it says this card relates to the riddle and the shapeshifter. All concerns themselves with revealing mystic truths. And it says those who say they know don't. Those who say they don't know, know. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, this is like, some of you are being confronted with like whatever your worst fear is. And you know, it's also making me feel like whatever you're feeling in your body, like I always say, intuition is not a thought, it's a feeling. You feel it in your body. Some of you know the truth. You're just having a hard time either accepting it, expressing what you already know. So it's kind of like you play like you don't know, but you do. Like it says, those who say they don't know, know. It's just whether you want to face that fact within yourself. And then it says, when in light, gnosis is contemplating the mystery, unanswerable questions. So when it's in dark, it's over intellectualizing and literalizing or asking others. Yeah, so some of you, you know, you could be over processing whatever this fear is. And it's like you're seeking confirmation for what you already know. Like, but if you already know, then there's the confirmation right there. But it's, you know, it's like you're making it harder than it needs to be. But you're going to have the breakthrough with the mountain here. And some of you have a fear of, you know, actually loving someone. Some of y'all, you know, could have struggled with, you know, the connection that maybe you've had to your mom with the Lovers and the Mother here. But some of you are needing to be that nurturing feminine energy maybe that you've lacked. You need to be that to yourselves as well. Or for some of you, you could have fear of a connection that you have with someone that holds, you know, this maiden mother energy, which is like the Empress. And there's the fear that almost like, you know, you don't want to go after it because the connection could be like a moth to the flame, and you don't want to mess it up with the storm here. But it's like this is the exact energy that you need to get you to tap back into that, you know, that inner child. And it could be a person, place, or thing, but with the maiden here, it makes me feel like it is a feminine energy. And it's like you just don't want to mess it up. So whatever that is for you. But let's see. Let's dig a little bit deeper with the tarot. What messages do we need as it pertains to this energy of spirit? For the collective as it pertains to the energy for this week. What messages? Of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, and understanding needs to come through for the collective as it pertains to the energy for this week. Do one more. Alright, so bottom of the deck we have the Six of Wands, which is like that energy of, you know, moving forward, being recognized or, you know, rewarded. It's also like a card of ego or wanting like praise from the crowd, but I feel like you're, again, like this mountain card. Some of you are having a breakthrough. For some of you, there could be an Emperor energy that is watching you, like, move forward. You know, not, you know, if they're familiar with you, it's almost like they're seeing you move forward confidently with your head held high. Or this is some of you as this Emperor, you know, knowing that this energy is available for you. And or knowing that this is the action that you need to take. You can't worry about others. All you can do is worry about you and moving forward. For some of you, because then up under the Emperor, we have the Two of Swords and the Queen of Cups. This could be you and another, like it's a masculine and a feminine energy. Male or female doesn't matter. As you see, all of the people on these cards are women. So it doesn't matter. But there's someone who, you know, you may feel like you're blocked off from. But some of you, this is you trying to move forward or control, because the Emperor is control, how you're seen without being, you know, emotional about it or cutting off your emotions because you feel like that's where power comes from. But honestly, it's like the complete opposite. Not wanting, it's like I'm getting like a very stoic energy off of this Emperor. Like wanting to, you know, just look and play the part and avoid feelings at all costs or emotions. Well, let's see. That was the King of Wands and the Tower. I just wanted to come out. So what we have out is the 8 and 9 of Wands with the Queen of Swords. We have the Empress with the Knight of Swords. And then we have the Two of Swords with the Eight of Cups. So what I'm feeling for some of you is like there's a feminine energy. It could be, you know, a parental feminine energy, such as a mother. But it's I feel like this Queen of Swords is someone who is very authoritative, that you're wanting to get away from with the Eight of Wands quickly. But it's almost like you're afraid. There's some type of, especially with this Nine of Wands, there's like, and we can clarify and see what it is. But it almost makes me feel like you feel bad for wanting to get away. But from the 8 to the 9 is the Ace. And it's also, you know, a progression. So some of you know that, especially with the Nine of Wands, like maybe you've been around the block with this feminine energy and you know, like what, you know what you've been through. The Nine of Wands is a wounded warrior type of energy. So for some of you, you're at your wit's end and you're looking back on the past, knowing that you have to move forward as this Eight of Wands. For some of you, this Queen of Swords energy, like I said, it feels like a very authoritative, strict, feminine energy. Who can, you know, it's the Queen of Swords, so she can be very cutting with her words, or she, I actually feel like she might be in the reverse, but all of the cards are upright, so I'm just reading them intuitively. She may present herself like she's this warm and welcoming energy, but she can be kind of ruthless and cutthroat with what she says. And I think for some of you, there may have been some communication with this Eight of Wands. You know, like, I almost feel like they may have, like, I'm getting the energy of like coming at you with a lot of different, it feels like words. And you're just like I just heard it all before. Like, I'm about to turn and go the other way. But you're still, at least this may be what you're thinking, but you haven't taken the action to just go to the 10, which would be, you know, dropping the burden, because you have all 9 wands. You may have spent 9 years with this person. And 8 of those years, it was like just like all talk. But with this Empress, this could be you, or this could be another feminine energy in which you're like almost standing up to this person. If this is you in this Empress energy, because if this is you, it's like, you know, like who you are, you know your power, but it's almost like you try to be like almost like the bigger person, which that would make sense, the Empress to a Queen of Swords. You're trying to like, cordial isn't the right word. If you are like thinking about moving away from this energy, it's like you want to do it like the most respectful and like almost amicable way. But some of you may be needing to defend yourself against this person, this Queen of Swords, as a Knight of Swords. Or if this is a different feminine energy, you may be defending them against this person. And as the Two of Swords, which is an energy of being at a stalemate, not wanting to see the reality of a situation, if this Empress is you, it's making me feel like you really just don't want to deal with this anymore. But it's almost like you don't want to walk away either. Whether you're masculine or feminine in this Empress energy, it doesn't matter. But it almost makes me feel like how can I word this? For some of you, it's just like you're not trying to deal with the emotions of it any longer. Like you're done. Because if you notice, the water is behind you. Like for some of you, you're trying to make a non-emotional decision when it comes to this person, which would validate or, confirm the Eight of Cups here. Like, it's time to walk away from this emotionally. You're trying to make like a more rational decision. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah. The Six of Swords. Moving to more calmer waters. Leaving the past behind. And look where you're headed. You're headed towards a new beginning. That Ace of Pentacles, something solid, something, real, something more grounded. Or this could be like, an opportunity that may be presented to you. But it's like you're going to more solid ground. Yeah, because it's like you've thought about it. You've spent a lot of time thinking about it as this Hanged Man. And like it's time with the Wheel of Fortune to like leave the past in the past. With the Six of Cups. But let's see. We're going to look at this Eight of Wands. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. So we have out the Moon, which is making me feel like what was once hidden in regards to this Queen of Swords is coming out. And that's what's pushing you forward. Whatever is being revealed, because there's going to be some type of news with this Page of Wands here that either you're getting, and the Ace of Swords wanted to come out. So it's some type of truth or clarity. And we got another Queen out here, Queen of Pentacles. And with the Two of Wands at the bottom. It's making me feel like some of you are realizing as this Queen of Pentacles that you need to just, focus on yourself. Focus on your self-care. For others of you, this Queen of Swords and this Queen of Pentacles is the same energy. And it's like, how can I explain this? It's almost like I said, if it feels like they're codependent on you for money. Like there's some type of expectation that they have when it comes to, their own stability and you. And it's like what was being hidden by the Moon is that they're only like for self. But this information is coming out. Like, it's almost like they expect you to take care of them. And you're like, as this Nine of Wands, like, what? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Look how she's looking on the card. Like, I've been doing this, doing this for a long time. Like I said, for some of you, it could have been 8 or 9 years. You've been dealing with this person who's been, like, hiding the fact that they're dependent on you for money or for, like, a certain appearance. Because if that's the case, this would be you as the Empress. You're straight, you're solid. What's this Queen of Swords? So we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, or Five of Wands, excuse me. So I'm getting this a couple of ways, because the Nine of Pentacles is the minor arcana to the Empress major arcana. So it's making me feel like if this is you, it's almost like an energy of because the Nine of Pentacles is someone who is, you know, independent, self-sufficient, stable, grounded. It's almost like this person, the energy that I'm feeling is like wishing that they were you, in a way. But it's almost like they could be like picking, it almost feels like picking fights, like they're competing with you, being very petty to make you feel like insecure about yourself, but you're showing up as the Nine of Pentacles, and that's because they are insecure within themselves. Anybody who's secure doesn't need to constantly like keep an eye on appearances, if that makes sense, because that's what I'm getting. And they're working out of a very childish energy with the Page of Cups here. It's like the authenticity in you is triggering them. You could be younger than this person. But it's like also like you're privy to like whatever internal struggle they are going through within themselves. You're privy to that information where they're trying to act like everything is okay. They're too busy watching you, you know, tend to your garden and like almost trying to like cause issues or conflicts with you. But it's because of their own insecurity, as this Page of Cups. Or like I said, it's your authenticity that is triggering this person. But let's look at the Empress. That's if, you know, that Empress energy is you. Tell me about the Empress. But if the Empress is another or different feminine energy, physically they could be younger than you, age-wise, but spiritually they're an Empress. And it's almost like this Queen of Swords, like I said, it feels like you guys may even be arguing over this person. And they're just, you know, minding their business, tending to their garden. So that would make sense as to why you may need to defend this person as the Knight of Swords. Like, because I feel like you would be taken up for this person. And if it's another person, it's like, that's the type of energy that you want to go toward, where you can be, you know, emotionally vulnerable. Because the Chariot is forward movement. The Knight of Wands or Knight of Cups is, you know, it could be, you know, an emotional offer that's coming through, or some type of communication that you're offering to this person. But with the Four of Pentacles, either there's some type of block that you're having that is almost going to be alleviated, especially in regards to the heart space. Because it makes me feel like by you moving forward, either towards this person, or if you're not in this Empress energy yet, that's where you're going towards. And it's going to like soften you up. As, you know, from this Four of Pentacles to this Knight of Cups. Like, it's a more softer, subtle, more like easygoing energy. And it's solid. Like, this person is solid. Or this is what you're striving to be. And this Queen of Swords is like, it's almost like they're putting up a front, like saying shit to like kind of make you feel guilty if you walk away, but whatever the case may be, because that energy just feels like they're just trying to create conflict or make you feel less than because they feel like that, or because they are like that. What's this Knight of Swords? Yeah, some of you are having the courage to stand up to this person with the Strength card and close out this cycle for good. But some of you are, you know, having the courage to defend this Empress energy against this person, because maybe they're saying things about this Empress, trying to cause some conflict between you and that person, but it's not gonna work. Yep. You cannot make this shit up. Yes. The Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Cups. It's like, you know how you feel. And it's time for you to express that. And end the cycle with this person. End it completely with the Wheel here. Because they're trying to like actively block you or create conflict and chaos for you. What's the Two of Swords? The King of Cups. So now we have a true pair out here. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, clarifying the Two of Swords. Like I said, you know exactly how you feel. It's almost like this could be two different people, like, because the Queen of Cups did come out up under the Empress, and we have the Knight of Cups there. So this Empress could be harnessing a Queen of Cups energy as well, where this Queen of Swords is like almost masking this Queen of Pentacles energy. But either way, you're trying to make a decision, masculine energy. It's like, how can I word it? You're trying to make an emotionally intelligent decision because you know how you feel. You may not express it, or that's the thing. You know how you feel, you just don't want to say it. But it's almost like you're going to have to. Otherwise, this person is just going to keep doing, you know, what they're doing. Yeah. Because you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Justice card. So, you know, this could be something that you've established. It could be a job, or it could be a relationship that, you know, you may even be leaving to follow your truth with the Justice card, or at least to do what's right. You just don't want to say it. You don't want to say it. So let's see where you're going with the Eight of Cups. Well, matter of fact, give me one more for the Two of Swords. Yeah, it's like you don't want to leave this person out in the cold with the Two of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. But you're also realizing by you not saying nothing, you're just going to stay in this, you know, place of, it almost feels like coldness. I mean, granted, it is cold on this card. Like, you're just going to be like, you'll be compromising that Ten of Pentacles that we just saw by, like, not wanting to express this. And the Five of Pentacles could be, you know, struggle, strife, abandonment, whatever. But this same coldness that I'm feeling from this Five of Pentacles is tied to this Queen of Swords. And like I said, if this is somebody that, no matter what it is, a friend, a family member, you know, someone you're in a relationship with, like, maybe in the past, like, you guys matched energy, or maybe you are, you know, this King of Pentacles who's very stable, grounded, committed, you know, whatever. Or maybe you used to be like this with this person, because if you look, both of these people are very, like, practical and material based. They're not looking at each other, they're looking at the pentacle. So maybe in the past, like, this was energy that worked for you guys, you know, in regards of, like, sharing resources, but emotionally, it was lacking. It was like lacking love. And now with this energy here, that's where you're going towards, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Cups. But let's see where you're going with the Eight of Cups, or what you're leaving behind. Yeah, some of you, yeah, you're leaving a toxic person, place, or thing behind. Because now it's like you recognize the toxicity within the person, place, thing, situation, circumstance. You're realizing that, you're seeing that. And it's like, no, you want something different. Like, it's almost like you trying to wait for, you know, the devil to be nice, is the way I feel it. Like, you gonna be standing here waiting. Like, that's what it makes me feel like. Like, whatever this energy is, it's like you're recognizing it for what it is. Because some of you were expecting, like, this dynamic that you've had to change, but it was just you fooling yourself. Or trying to, like, with the Five of Swords, like, I don't know. It's a very weird energy I'm getting off of this. But your intuition, you knew. You knew. Yeah, it's almost like you became privy to their bullshit, and it's almost like your values have changed. You're no longer looking for, you know, like, almost, it makes me feel like shiny things. You want something that you can feel as this King of Cups. Yeah, but with the Eight of Cups, you're walking away from whatever attachment. It could even be, you know, an addiction to money or whatever. but it's almost like, yeah, you recognize the toxicity in this person, place, or thing, situation, or circumstance, and you're moving forward. You're ready to get like what you deserve. Some of you, it was like either you wanted to win with this Five of Swords, or you, like, this other person wanted to win, or, you know, you didn't want to feel defeated, or they didn't want to feel defeated, or whatever the case may be. But you're realizing, like, it's not about winning and losing, it's the lesson. And with the Devil here, with the Three of Wands, you've learned the lesson. So the only thing you can do once you learn the lesson is move forward. What's the guidance or advice for the collective? As it pertains to this energy and spread, what's the guidance or advice? And you know what, I just noticed, because I was looking to see what energy we had out here. And we have Cancer, Pisces, the Moon. We have the Chariot, which is Cancer, Capricorn. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is all of the fixed signs. So that's Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. Then we have the Strength card, which is Leo as well. And I just noticed, like, with the Moon over here and the Devil over here, Cancer, because I see the Moon as Cancer energy, because it is what rules Cancer, but a lot of readers, you know, consider it Pisces because of the 12th house. But I see it as Cancer, and I got Cancer and Capricorn, and it's like they're opposite energies. So it's like, how can I explain it? Like, it's like with one feminine energy, you've experienced the Cancer side, and with another one, you've experienced the Capricorn side, which would be the Devil. And it's like, you had to like learn the difference between those energies for some reason. I have no idea, because, you know, Cancer represents the mother too, and this could have all stemmed from a mother wound that you had as a masculine. But what's the guidance or advice? That's what I feel like. There's a mother wound that is being healed through your experience with two different feminine energies. Because the Moon is up here with this, you know, that Empress energy, and then the Devil is down here with this Queen of Swords energy. But it's like, I can't really explain it. Because it almost makes me feel like what you were, the care that you were hoping to see from this Queen of Swords, you didn't. And it's almost like what you seen from this Queen of Swords feminine energy, like what was being highlighted to you as this Moon, is like you thought that this Empress energy was going to be someone that would, like, just to put it in basic terms, someone that would be after you or only focused on you for your money. But it came out that it was actually this Queen of Swords person, and that, like, what you wanted this Queen of Swords person to be was an energy that they couldn't harness. It, was the energy that you've experienced with this Empress energy. Like, this could even be like, you know what it makes me feel? It makes me feel like this could be like if you had like an adoptive parent and then you met your birth parent. What you expected from the adoptive parent actually came from the, like, or what you've expected from the adoptive parent came from your birth parent. Like, it's crazy like that. That's what it makes me feel like your adoptive parent or like that's what you were seeking, the love from your birth parent. Like the love you were seeking from your birth parent, you expected it to come from your adoptive parent. But you have no connection to this adoptive parent. Like, and I did say connect in the beginning. There's no connection. Like, it's a disconnect because they're not, like, they can't give you something they don't have. And it's not that they don't have it. They just, like, I don't know. Like, maybe they came from an environment where they lacked that nurturing energy. You know, but they still, like, that doesn't take away from what they gave you or what they may have taught you, is what I want to say. And I was not expecting this to go this long, but... And like I said, for some of you, this could be two different, you know, love interests where you were expecting, like, almost like the person you were with to be able to nurture you, but they couldn't. They were only, like, looking for, you know, some type of monetary gain, and what you've expected from the person that you connected with, they didn't want nothing from you because they were already secure in themselves. And them being insecure in themselves helped you to do the same, or they're helping you to do the same. Last one. Nice. And I said, helping, helpful people. Yep, and big happy changes within the next few weeks. Look at that. So this, you know, Empress energy could be helping you because they could, you know, they harness that Empress energy. But we have the Empress out here with the Chariot. They also harness that caring energy as well. And they're willing to share. They're willing to show you. That's what that Knight of Cups is. This is them willing to, you know, show you and express like that vulnerability towards you because they're secure in themselves. And it's still either the other way, like some of you are wanting to offer to them because they're, even though it's the Empress, their emotional masculine, their masculine side could be this King of Cups also. So it all depends on, you know, how you're resonating with what energy. But give me the guidance or advice. What's the guidance or advice for the collective? Yeah, we got compromise. And some of you, like I said, you being in this, you know, whatever situation or circumstance, some of you guys were, you know, it was playing on your health. So there needs to be a compromise. Like, you need to, like, almost make a decision. Are you going to keep staying in this energy with this person, especially with the Five of Wands here, battling, you know, or fear of walking away from this person? Are you going to let it compromise your health? Because I said with the Temple card, I was getting like the body. Some of you, this is playing on you physically. So are you going to make a choice to, you know, go in a direction, no matter what that fear may be, to improve your health? Literally. Because you're ready up under that, and you just gotta let go. And then we got a yes. Like, you cannot make this shit up. Give me one more. I'm done. Trust. If you, like, you should never have to compromise your health, your well-being for the satisfaction of others. Let me just say that. You have to, you know, compromise with what is best for you. But when you make a compromise, something, you know, has to be left behind. Is it going to be this person and you get to improve your overall health mentally, physically, and spiritually? Or are you going to just, you know, stay in conflict and tied to this devil and like keep having like wishful thinking? Like, because you see the toxicity of whatever situation this is. But you could sit and keep expecting it to like change almost. But it's gonna be to your detriment. With the Five of Pentacles, it'll be to your detriment. So you need to forgive this person, forgive yourself, whatever it may be, however it's playing out. But the cards are saying no, don't go back. And that's a hard no, like no. Or don't stay stuck. You want to head towards success. So that is the weekly reading. I'm like, my mind is blown with this reading. I definitely was not expecting this to come through for this week. But if I'm not mistaken, what do we have going on this week? We have, I want to say Mercury moved into Sag. We got the new moon on the 4th. There's a lot of energies going on right now. Venus is in Capricorn right now, and it's gonna go retrograde. I don't think this week, but it'll go retrograde soon. So we may be going into the pre-shadow of that. But yeah, whew, a lot of energy going on. But as always, guys, I thank you for tuning in with me. Definitely hope it resonated for some of you, and if not, that's fine. As always, sending love and light out to you all, and I will see you guys on the next reading. All right, later.